Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Glasgow Distillery Triple Distilled Release No.1. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of the Glasgow Distillery Triple Distilled Release No.1. This is the third of the single malts released by the distillery, and it's the third one I've reviewed. If you want to check out the other two, then I'll put the links in the description below, and yeah, you'll find out if I like them or not. But moving on to this one, I won't say too much about the distillery. You can find that in my first video, which I'll put a link straight there. But obviously the distillery is based in Glasgow. It's a lowland Scotch whisky distillery and it's been going since 2014. All of the whiskies are 46%, all of them are unchill filtered and uncoloured, and they all come in a 50 cl bottle. So this is a triple distilled single malt. As far as I'm aware, and I might be wrong, the only other single malt Scotch which is triple distilled is Auchentoshan. I have reviewed Auchentoshan before. I'll put a link up there to one of them so you can watch that if you like. This triple distilled single malt whisky comes in at £49 for the 50 cl bottle. Obviously, whether or not that's good value is all down to personal taste. So should we find out what this one's like? On to the whisky. Right, before I start, should we have a quick look at the colour? I'd say that's a deep gold. This particular whisky has been aged in virgin oak barrels for all its life. So I'd expect, obviously that gives lots of vanilla and a spicy character, but let's find out. So let's start with the nose. So I do get like a caramel. I get like a sour fruit note. I get quite a bit of alcohol vapour. I'm getting like a black cherry note and maybe like a hint of dark chocolate. But yeah, that sour fruit note dominates. Let's try it on the palate. Right, it's oily, it's very viscous, really does coat the mouth, really clings. That sour fruit note is quite forward. I'd say, yeah, there's quite a lot of alcohol vapour as well. There's a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of pepper. Let's go for a second go. Yeah, this I'm getting that sort of cherry note, similar to what I pick up on bourbon. There's lots of peppery spice. When I've drunk this a couple of times before, it's either not worked at all if it's been my first dram, because it just overpowers. There's too much heat, there's too much going on, and it just dominates the palate instantly and always needs water. But it does calm down if you've already had a dram of something else. I found this just was a bit too dominating by itself. But because it comes across as quite young and immature, I think the virgin oak has just overpowered this dram too much. The palate is just too harsh in my opinion. It just doesn't really work for me. It has a nice nose, it has a nice finish, but that palate is just too much. And it doesn't actually excel in any particular flavour other than heat or sourness, and neither of those are pleasant. The finish, I get like a dark chocolate, I get walnuts, and I get sort of cough candy sweets, almost like a strong, slightly chemical aniseed sort of flavour. But although that finish is nice, although it's quite long so it lasts forever, it's not a whiskey that I can comfortably enjoy even a single measure. It does get a bit better if it isn't your first or second dram, but it isn't one that you want to continue drinking, unfortunately. So for me, maybe time in the bottle will help it, or maybe future releases or slightly older releases might calm it down. But I think it's the influence of the virgin oak is just too much on this one. So yeah, it isn't for me, this one, unfortunately. But I'll let you catch my other videos, because the distillery is doing some good things, but this one's not for me. Stauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.